But the ancient Israelites were not the only ones who struggle with the fear of man. Matthew 10, starting in verse 28, says this. And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. The fear of man shows up in different ways, and we call it by different names: people pleasing, peer pressure, low self esteem. That's always comparing ourselves to someone else, keeping up with the Joneses. We want to look good to other people. We want them to think we're as successful as they are. Being an approval junkie, living for compliments. You ever find yourself like fishing for compliments? Codependency, doing things that will keep someone else out of trouble, things that are not our responsibility. See, those are relationships that are based on fear, but we might fear what they think of us, or we fear what they might say about us, or we fear how they might sin against us, or we fear what will happen if we don't do what they want or expect us to do. For instance, we might think, if they find out I'm a Christian, they'll just think I'm a goody two-shoes. What would they think if they knew about my past? If I don't have sex with my boyfriend, he might leave me. I have to lie for my husband or he might lose his job. See, Proverbs 29:25 says, the fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. We need to do what God calls us to do and trust in God and not in man. The fear of man will cause us to do things we know are wrong. We may get caught up in premarital sex, or buying things we don't need, or going places we shouldn't go, doing things we shouldn't do. We may spend sleepless nights worrying, countless hours second guessing things we did, or what we said, or how we should have said it, wondering what someone else might think of us. And all this fear of man brings guilt and anxiety as we cover for people who should actually suffer the consequences of their own actions. Instead, we need to cultivate the fear of God by asking ourselves, what does God say about this?